routine of lay the points. I skipped yesterday. Not completely on purpose. I skipped because I was dealing with my kids' baseball stuff. I had t-ball and baseball stuff going on, which is, as you can tell by the thumbnail, my kids are very important to me. They are paramount in my life. Like, they're the first things in my life that I care about. So everything to do with them, I usually put ahead of everything. So sorry if you were looking for a play. But hey, here's the good news. The play that I was going to give out yesterday on here, if I did, it would have lost. So, hey, saved us some money. Well, saved you guys some money because I still bet it and lost. But today, we're going to go talk about the NBA a little bit, because I think we are getting just an absolute gift. A gift, in my opinion, with this Miami line being up to 8. Hello, what's up, everybody? This Miami line at 8 points. Guys, they had one flop game. They had one bad second half. They were leading at the first half in that game, 56-50. So they had one floppy second half, and now they're getting 8 points. I don't believe it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it one bit. Miami's coming out. I'm not saying Miami will win the game. Miami may lose. I just think it'll be close, and I think Miami will score more than 99 points. I think the whole second half was just real fluky for Miami. Just shots weren't going down. Shots were getting blocked. It just seemed to me like they thought they could just go on cruise control maybe and get through the game. It turns out that Boston tried in the second half. So, because Boston wasn't great in the second half. It just looked good because Miami was poor. It looked better than it was. So again, 8 points is too many. That's way too many in this series. You're laying 8 with Boston. That can't seem comfortable. So, in my opinion, the play there is you take them points with Miami and trust that Miami and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler doesn't let his team lay down in the second half again, which I don't think he will, because he's that kind of guy. He's going to force them to play hard. Now, the one thing that might scare some people away on this one is that Gabe Vincent is out. He got ruled out of the game. That's not terrible. It's not great because he did have that one great game, and he is a legit three-point threat. But it doesn't make or break Miami whether he's in the lineup or not. Now, if Butler was out, it would be tricky, right? That would not so good. But with Gabe Vincent out, I'm not too worried about it. I think that a couple of the other guys will pick up the slack there. Strus and probably Caleb Martin and Lowry, they'll pick up that slack. And I think we'll get a much better game from Bam, more than 10 points. I just, 8 points is too many. It's way too many. That's too many points in a conference final with one team that is a bad matchup for the other team. And the bad matchup is Miami for Boston. It's not Boston for Miami. So I'm taking those 8. I'm going to grab those 8 points and ride it out, because I have no doubt in my mind that game will be closer. I could lose. Sometimes you lose. Give me away. I just told you. Miami plus 8. Miami Heat plus 8. 8 points. That's a lot. It's a whole bunch. 8 points is a whole bunch. That's 4 full baskets. That's a lot. And especially with these kind of teams. But again, I do think there's a better bet than that in the game. I'm not going to give it out because I gave it out to my people. But that's probably my third favorite bet in that game is Miami plus 8. I think there's actually 2 better bets than that. So if you guys go check out the game, and one of them's in the props, check them out. Find some other advantages. If you want them bets, you need to, jump on my subscription service, and you can get them that way. $25 a month. The two plays that I'm talking about are worth $25 themselves. If you made one $25 bet on each, it'd be worth your time. But again, my subscription service is through wagermethis.com. You can't miss it, can't mess up. You write wagermethis.com, I'm the only one. So it makes it easy. Again, more stuff on there. We already hit one bet today on plus 125 bet through the Discord. That was pretty nice. We had a little no runs in the first inning happen for us. Pretty nice little plus 125. You guys, when you bet plus money bets, especially anything that starts getting over plus 110, those add up really fast. You hit a couple of those, and it helps with a few losses when you have those plus money bets in there. Plus money's small juice, and plus money is where you guys want to hang your hat. You don't want to get in those big juice bets, and you don't want to get in big parlays and stuff because they're just too hard to win. Stay in those single plays that are little juice or plus money. That's where you guys want to be. I'm telling you, you'll be a better sports gambler if you stay in those ranges. You start getting in those plus or minus 130s and 40s and minus 180s. It gets too. You have to win too many of them per loss because you're going to lose. There's some that you're going to lose, guys. So per loss, you got to win 2 of those or 3 of those in sometimes, and it's not worth it. You can find good bets if you look hard enough down in the either really small minuses or the pluses. They're there. I promise they're there. You just have to look, and you just have to understand what you're looking at, and you can learn all that. It's not something you can't learn. Everybody can learn, guys. I have a GED, and I learned it, so it must be pretty easy. But most of what gets in the way of gamblers and people from making money has nothing to do with their strategy. It almost always has to do with their discipline. I mean, almost every time it has to do with their discipline, or they're just not playing with enough bankroll. A lot of times the bankroll matters a lot. But most of the time it's discipline. People, or they use their heart in sports betting. A lot of times they get their heart involved in bets. Oh, I like this team, so that's what I'm betting on. Or I hate this team, so I'm betting against them. That's not the way to do it. In fact, I can almost guarantee you that if that's the way you're doing it, you're a losing gambler, because that's just not how it works. Like, teams win and lose, and spreads get covered and don't get covered. I mean, it just happens. So it's more about the analytic of it. It's more about understanding situational stuff. It's more about understanding line value and different things. And is it worth your money to even put it on the game? Is it even worth the bet? Are you going to win it enough times out of 10 or 20 or 1,000 that it makes it worth it? Because not all bets are worth it. They may look like it, and they may even fit your criteria, but the value may not be worth it in the long run. Because I can look at minus 250 bets all day long and be like, yeah, they're probably going to win. The problem is every one of them that loses, you have to win 3 or 4 more just to cover that one loss. So value matters a ton when you're talking about sports betting. It matters so much. Again, and staying away from parlays. That is one of the other really big things. If you'll stay away from parlays, you'll do better. If you'll play single plays, you'll do better. Now, myself, I do put out parlays, and I do play parlays. But most of what I play is 2 picks, and every now and then I do some, kind of for fun stuff. I'll put out a 5 pick or something. And I've hit a few of them, for the guys, but most of the time they lose. So make no mistake. Now, a good majority of the time my 2 picks win, or enough of the time that the plus money on them is valuable. But I've had days where none of them won. So again, stay away from those. Single bets are the way to go. And that's one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give to people getting into sports betting, or people that have been in it but can't win. Stay away from the parlays. Stay absolutely away from play single plays. And no matter what play it is, play single plays. If you only need one result to win your bet, that's where you want to be. You don't want to be in a situation where you got to have so many runs and this team has to win. Now you have to have 2 results that are already hard to make anyway. Now you have 2 of them, and you're not getting the value that you really need to get most of the time. And that's just a really, really big thing that happens to sports bettors, is they get into the parlay world. And the thing is if you watch the commercials and everything, they're pushing you to parlay bets. All the bonuses, most of the bonuses or the boosts have to do with some type of parlay. You'd be like LeBron James scoring 20 and Jokic having 10 assists. And they'll give you some crazy plus, but they know it's not going to happen because in their analytics, it shows that it's very unlikely that both of these things happen. And that's the kind of things they do, and that's why them boosts, and they promote them boosts. Now, if they're boosts and you get to choose the bet, and you're choosing it, like you just get 25% boost on something, that's cool because that's helping you out with the money side of it. But and on those guys, I would pick bets that are high probability to win. I wouldn't take risks on those. You're getting a free 25%. I would pick bets that are very high probability to win, because you want that 25%. It's if you're not going to win the bet, it's just you want that bet. You want that to win, or you do like an arbitrage thing, like Vince was talking about with those boosts, where you guarantee money. But again, yeah, today's bet, we're going Miami +8, guys. Miami Heat +8. I love it. I like this one a lot. I think it's a pretty easy winner. I just don't think Miami comes out flat twice. I just don't think. And again, I'm not saying Miami will win the game. I'm not saying that. I don't know if they'll win the game or not, because Boston is going to be all out trying everything, and Boston may win. Boston could have a 50-point performance from Tatum. I just don't think that it will be more than 8. That's what I'm saying. So if you want to put some money on the money line for Miami and take that chance because there's a lot of value there, that makes a lot of sense. But I'm not telling you on here that Miami is going to for sure win. But I am telling you on here, if I was going to pick a winner, I would pick Miami. But I'm just picking Miami +8 because that sounds a lot better. That sounds a whole bunch better. So that's where I'm at on this one, guys. Again, thank you guys for everything. If you guys want to talk about something, I got about 10 minutes. If not, I'm going to get off here and I got to go pick up some stuff. I got a baseball game tonight. Son's going to be playing, oldest son. The son that's in the thumbnail fishing. If you guys want to know where that's at the Black River, right by my house. I could throw a rock a couple times and hit it. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of a river that floods a lot, but it has big catfish in it, and it's mud bottom. I live in the South with a lot of mud bottom stuff. So that's where we're at. But yeah. So talk to me, guys. You got anything for me? If not, I'm going to jump off here. Guys, get your bets in. I think we get the eastern side of the NBA Finals tonight. Maybe not, but I think so. So again, guys, thank you guys for your time. This is Jacob from Wager Me This.